Okay, so let's get this started. We are going to be doing some practice on just a few different verbs, some confusing verbs that I think that, one second, there we go. So some verbs that can be very confusing are the verbs to speak, to talk, to say, and to tell. So we're going to be working on those ones. We'll start off, they all mean something very similar with each other, but then there's small, very minute distinctions in between each one. So if you are in beginner's English or intermediate English or something of the sort, then you can really benefit from this distinction because, it just further refines the practice of English. So we'll start off with to speak, and then we'll move on to tell, and then we'll move on to say, and then to talk we'll finish off with. So to speak. To speak is, I wrote a little something right here. It kind of helps to understand a little bit more. So this is to speak, and then say these are two subjects. It is a conversation. They are speaking with each other, or you could speak to a large group. To speak is similar to talk, which I will get to later. And to speak, but to speak is more formal. It signifies something a little bit more important. And so when you tell somebody, hey, I need to speak with you, it usually signifies something of importance or of formality. So you can also say, John will be speaking at the airplane event in Texas, something like that, just completely random example. Or I will be speaking tonight and sharing my story or something like that. So again, see this little diagram I wrote. Speaking to, it's between two different objects, and I filled them in because it's more formal, it's more serious. So two solid objects, and then this one more formal, one person speaking to many people. Okay, so going on to the next one, to tell. To tell this is the diagram that I wrote for to tell. Two solid again, but this one is just going straight to that one. So you tell somebody something. I tell you, I tell you to drink your water and eat your vegetables or something like that. And it is me telling you, or me telling my dog, I told my dog to sit. And it is from subject to object directly, and it doesn't signify a conversation like to speak or to talk would. It is more of a command or something that something that comes from subject to object. So I tell you something, I tell you to do this, I tell you about how my dog is the cutest dog in the world or something like that, or my cat is the cutest cat in the world, or my chinchilla is the cutest chinchilla in the world. And then there is, I don't have a chinchilla, I wish I did, but continuing on from that. So then there's to say. This is the diagram for to say. It is in the same direction as to tell, so it is from subject to object, but this, for the object, I left it open because to say something, it doesn't mean that you are saying it directly to an object. It's more open. You can say something out loud to nothing in particular. And so you could come into a room and say, my name's Bear, which my name is Bear. You can say, my name's Bear, and it could be directed towards nobody or nothing, but just to the air. You just say it. And so it's not directed towards a specific object. You could, and then when you use say, when it is directed to an object, you say, I say to you. So you have to include the to there, the to. So I say to you, or I say blah, 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 blah to you, or to my dog, I say sit to my dog, rather than I just tell my dog to sit. So it's, whereas tell, you don't need to use the to, because it's already within the word, I tell you, or whereas for say, it's I say to you, because to say something, it's open and you're saying it, almost casting it off into the air, and so you direct it by saying to something, to someone. Okay, now the last one is to talk, like that. So two open circles, and it signifies a conversation, an exchange in between the two of them. So it's like speak, two people can speak with each other, but talk, two people talk with each other, or many people talk amongst each other. It's different than speak because it signifies, it's less formal, it's more informal. Many people can talk with each other, people can talk amongst each other, or I want to talk to you, and it's a little bit less, it signifies less importance than me saying I need to speak with you. Talking is, yeah, it's between two people, and it could be, they are all talking together. I'm with my friends and I'm talking to my friends and talking with my friends. Yeah, so it signifies all together. So quick rundown: to speak, like this, comme ça, between two solid objects, which signifies importance, formality, and so example, I need to speak with you about your grades this semester because they have been bad, or I need to speak with you about your grades this semester because they've been good and I want to commend you. And then there is speak to, I'm speaking at a conference. It's more formal, it's important. To tell, it is solid subject to solid object. It is I tell you to do this, or I tell you something in a more important, firm way. Whereas to say, solid subject to a not solid object, is I say this and I say it to you, or I say this and it's to the air, it's to nobody in particular, I'm just saying it just to say it. So if there is nobody actually watching this live thing right now, I'm saying this to the computer. But if there is somebody watching this live, then I am saying this to whoever is watching it. So it's a little bit more open, again, the open object, but then the solid subject. So the last one, to talk, again, to open, so open subject, open object. It's less formal, and we could talk amongst ourselves, talk within a group, and it doesn't signify any importance like the speak would with a solid subject, solid object. It is less formal and less important. Although to talk is still more important than to chat, but I'm not going to get into that right now. To chat is similar to talk, but less formal. So yeah, if there's anybody watching this, I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you found it informative and enlightening and awesome and fantastic and all those wonderful words. And thank you for joining. My name is Bear, and this is the Inspire Academy. Peace.